In this video, we will go over how to access and review negotiations. So once I have logged in, I'm in my home page, and I can see that I have a notification up top. It says that I'm invited to an RFQ. And note that this process is the same for all types of negotiations, not just RFQs. So I see the notification, but I'm actually going to access the invite through my sourcing homepage because I use that more frequently. So I'm going to go to Sourcing Supplier and Sourcing Homepage. Once in my Sourcing homepage, I can see all my old negotiations up top, so my active and draft responses, and my new negotiations, so the open invitations below. So I'm going to click the specific negotiation that I need. Once in the negotiation, I am ready to review it. So I'm in the header section, and I can see all sorts of details from the buyer to the terms, which shows the billing and shipping terms, and under that is the currency. So this shows all acceptable currencies for the event, and we can see that the RFQ currency is in US dollars, but there's also an additional currency in Canadian dollars. So this means that I can pay in Canadian dollars for the negotiation as well as US dollars. And if you need a specific currency to be added to a negotiation, just reach out to the buyer. Under that is the requirements section, and this is any preconditions or qualifications to supplement the bid. So make sure to look those over if there are any. Under that is notes and attachments. This is very important to look over because it shows any contract terms. So here I need to download all the files and review them. So I'm going to download a PDF. I can download a zip, doc, and Excel. So under here I can see all the files that I've downloaded, and I would need to read through them and review all of them. But for the sake of this test, I'm not going to. But just make sure that you read all the notes and attachments in your negotiation. So now I'm going to go to the line section. In the line items section, I can see all products needed for the negotiation. So I can see the description, the unit of measure, target quantity, and promise date per line item. Next, I'm going to go to controls. So this is a very important page to look over as well, since it shows the schedule, so the preview date, the open date, and the close date. Under that are response rules, which are also important to look over because they are rules set by the buyer. So you should read through them, but I'm just going to go through a couple. Important ones to take into account are if this box is checked, the suppliers are allowed to provide multiple responses. This means that you can submit additional responses. So under that you see allow quote withdrawal. So if this is checked, you can withdraw a quote. And if you need to submit another quote after withdrawing one, if this box was checked, you would be able to do that. Next, I'm going to go to contract terms. So in here we can see deliverables, and if there's nothing under contract terms, you can see the header section that we were in before for all contract terms, or you can reach out to the buyer. Once I have reviewed the whole negotiation fully, I am ready to acknowledge participation. So here I will click Acknowledge Participation and go. You will be brought to this page, which will ask you if your company will participate in the negotiation. So you can either click yes or no and add a note to the buyer. So I'm going to click yes and apply. So now I'm in the negotiation and I'm ready to create a response, which we will go over in another video.